What's good, everybody? Episode two. I guess we can call this episode two, or call this an episodic thing. This is for the playlist, the Old Man Logan Chronicles. Just checking in, man. I did my first one a couple of days ago. Since then, I've done a couple of things. May interest you, may not interest you. Chain still big, chain still heavy. Y'all see that? Got my glasses on this time. No, hey, ladies. No, okay, whatever. Anyway, this quick video is just to say I checked out Aquaman early this week. Big shout out to Amazon and Adam Tickets because that's how I was able to do such a thing. And I was on, I think that was Google. Maybe I would have came across that on Google, but it said Aquaman had about 3 million in the box office thus far because of the early opening via Amazon. So just wanted to do a quick. I'm not going to do a review or a recap on the film. I just want to say, as a guy that enjoys comic books, as a guy that enjoys going to the movies to see these, characters come to life, I really enjoyed it. Like, if you were disappointed by Justice League, or you just thought it was subpar or whatever, or you didn't care for the Batman v Superman movie, I will say, if you were one of those people like myself who thought that the Wonder Woman movie was pretty good and was true to the character, and DC got that right, you'll definitely feel the same way about Aquaman. Aquaman doesn't try to do this uber serious, super serious tone that they've been given these last couple of DC films, where it's like, oh, we're trying to ground this in reality. Like, they weren't doing that. You know what I'm saying? It was just kind of like, yo, this is the universe. You know what I'm saying? This is what's going on in this universe. You know what I mean? And we want you guys to sit back, relax, and enjoy the film. I think the director, James Wan, did a great job with that. I think Jason Momoa was born to be Aquaman. And if you think he has a future in doing even more movie comic book characters for movies, I would put my money on, maybe let's see him as Craven. Although I have said in the past, you guys don't know it, but my friends know it. I always say Roman Reigns also looks like Craven of Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? That was Rogue Gallery. Um, but I definitely think, okay, Jason Momoa will maybe in the future tackle that. He brought his little zaniness, his kind of Hawaiian vibe to Aquaman that he introduced us with on Justice League, and the movie is just like a coming of age movie. I thought it was told very well. Like, I really legit enjoyed the film, and I think you guys will enjoy it too. I know Into the Spider Verse came out this weekend. I didn't go see that yet. I'm going to see that tomorrow. But I heard super duper great things about that as well. So I implore you all to go check that out as well. I'll probably do a short video about that too on here to let you know my thoughts on that, and what I'd like to see from that in the future, and what that may hold. You know what I mean? Maybe we'll finally see a live action Spider-Man with Miles Morales as a result of the success of this film. So just wanted to talk about that real quick, man. Excuse me. I am about to sit down here and do some overtime. Got to get to it, man. You want to go and enjoy yourself and do things in this here life. You got to do what you got to do to get to the money, man. So, like I said, this is just part two. As this goes on, you'll see this get up a lot more well produced. I'll put this on a tripod. It won't be all in my face like this on the phone. I might get the little circular light shit. I don't know what that's called just yet, but I'm investing into this, man. I'm investing into Boulevard Ave TV becoming one of those channels where you can go and you can see, what I'm saying, a number of things. Not only will you be able to see Boulevard Ave Radio or Boulevard Ave TV, but you'll be able to go and see the Chronicles of Old Man Logan. We have a new podcast getting ready to come out. That one's from my co-host from Boulevard Ave Radio, Gas Station P. Late nights will feel good. We'll see what B. Daniels got cooking up. I know he got something in the works, but he like to keep things on the low. And you have to keep things on the low because there's snakes out here. So that means you got to have the grass cut real low. so you can see the snakes. You did. We done had a couple of instances where we've seen people mimicking the moves, and while imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, it isn't always flattering. It does get irritating at times, especially, when you're just doing something and you're trying to have fun with it, but you're trying to be original, and you're seeing people starting to mimic your moves. It's just not cool. But enough on that. Check out Aquaman this weekend. It comes out Friday the 21st. I definitely give that a thumbs up. I had a good time with it. James Wan did great. Jason Momoa did great. Mantra, I believe his name was Black Mantra in the comics and movie. That character, I enjoyed that character as well. I will say for this first Aquaman film, you probably could have did better, or just as a suggestion, maybe just planting the seeds for Black Manta as opposed to actually having him in this particular film. But other than that, even with him in it, you know what I'm saying, it was all good. So, yep, that's second video for this Old Man Chronicles of Old Man Logan playlist. Before I do go though, got one quick question. So I notice a lot of other podcasts, right? They do offer the audio versions of their podcast as well on their YouTube channel to go along with the visual of the episodes. So I want to ask y'all, man. Hopefully, I get some feedback. Would y'all like to see that on Boulevard Ad TV as well, like the audio versions that way? Because I know at work, if you can hop on YouTube, if you have access on your laptop at work computer, whatever, it might be a little easier to just plug the headphones in and go from there. You know what I'm saying? So I know having that video on might, hinder that. But if you got an audio version, that might work, right? So let me know, because I've been sitting here, and in the new year, I've been thinking about it. Gonna talk to my co-host about it as well, but I'm definitely gonna go ahead and just add the audio to the channel. But I am thinking about maybe audio from our interviews on Boulevard Ave TV and adding that to our rotation with our episodes. We only got 12. We're working on our 12th one this week. 12 interviews. Then we'll have 13 to round out the year. But I want to know, man, the people that do listen to our podcast, would y'all like to have like the audio version of these interviews available via, our podcast stream? And depending on what y'all say, depending on what the crew say, you know what I'm saying, might make a judgment move and add that too. But it's the interviews more so are there to like drive the channel. You dig? We made the channel solely based around, the interview aspect of it, Boulevard Ad TV. So just mulling that part over. The audio versions of these episodes will be coming, though. I can go ahead and say that. Any questions, comments, concerns, man, we do have a number you guys can call. 872-307-3828, I believe, is the number. And so I'm not a jackass. I want to make sure I'm giving y'all the right number. And if I am not, then I am definitely trash for not knowing the number to the podcast. This number, man, y'all can call, you can text, you can show some love, you can show some hate. You can hit us with a question you might want to hear us answer. You can hit us with some feedback. You might have listened to the latest episode and had something you wanted to respond to. Go ahead and respond to it. You know what I'm saying? Hit us up on there. So make sure I give y'all the number right correctly. I'm going to put some respect on the number. Give me 1 second here. I'm scrolling to get the number, and I'm going to give y'all the right number. All right? The right number is 872-307-3828. So it's what I said, in fact. And if anything else, y'all want to email us at boulevardavradio@gmail.com.